Ed, I want to start with this latest raise from Anthropic. I mean, when you think about the two biggest names, or among the two biggest names, and like independent companies, I don't want to call them startups, but independent LLMs right now, no question, it's Anthropic's Claude and OpenAI's ChatGPT. How does this raise change the game, at least when it comes to this horse race?
Yeah, well, will it change the game, and does it adjust positioning on a horse race? The reality is, like, what we're talking about is frontier labs that are now at scale. So Anthropic is raising $30 billion. It's a $380 billion valuation, almost sort of double the valuation that it held in its last primary raise. It's probably one where you want to look at who's participating, right? And it is a who's who of institutional investors and the kind of top tier venture capital firms that you would expect when a company gets later stage and is thinking about in the near to medium term going public, right? So GIC, Singapore Sovereign Wealth Fund, Coatue, then you have D.E. Dragoneer Founders Fund, Peter Thiel's Founders Fund, called Iconiq, MGX from the Middle East, Sequoia Capital, and then the strategics, Nvidia and Microsoft. All of that signals, deeper ties between the AI industry, but also preparing for life maybe as a public company.
Ed, they're making tons and tons of money, right? Or wait, is that a stupid question? And is it more important to really just understand what Anthropic's secret sauce is here to garner such a valuation?
So, I find Anthropic a very interesting company to cover and speak to in recent years. Revenue run rate was about $9 billion last year. It's climbed to $14 billion. They focused very early on putting the Claude model into product form for enterprises, letting all kinds of companies across software, financial services, healthcare do something tangibly useful. And they were less concerned about the consumer, a la ChatGPT, right? It's not really that equivalent. Now, on the capital side, clearly they're raising capital at a high level, and they'll have compute costs and talent costs. But they've also done things differently to how OpenAI has done, right? So OpenAI is trying to raise this $100 billion round, be directly involved in funding some of its own infrastructure. Anthropic has been very closely aligned with the hyperscalers, both Amazon and with Google Cloud Platform, to basically get access to compute through credits and leasing, have a more, I don't want to call it capital light model, because there's a lot of capital that they're raising, but it's slightly different how they've gone about it.
The Microsoft portion of this gets my interest. I mean, there was the November announcement about Microsoft and Nvidia and the Anthropic partnership, but we can't forget that OpenAI has been the recipient of $20 billion of many billions of dollars of Microsoft money. I mean, Microsoft is one of OpenAI's largest backers.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Circular financing.
Yeah, okay,
is it circular
answer.
financing? There are two memes you can go with. You can go with the one from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like all the strings, like trying to connect everyone. Or you can go with the Spider-Man meme, where there's like three Spider-Men all pointing at each other. And the reason I would go with the latter one is, more recently, Microsoft has looked closer at Anthropic's technology internally, how they use Claude and as underpinnings for existing Microsoft software suites. Microsoft, of course, also built a lot on top of OpenAI and GPT generations. So, that line has become blurred. Initially, the story was very much Anthropic and Amazon AWS. And one area that both of those companies found success together is AWS has a platform called Bedrock, where you can either train model or build on top of existing models. It's like a platform and library. And that was a really good sales channel for Anthropic. Now you see all of the frontier model makers, labs, their models are available in all kinds of places, and it's become much more blurred. This raise participation from Nvidia and Microsoft, not surprising, as much probably from Nvidia's perspective as about supporting an ecosystem as well.